private sector and other non-state actors for standing with this country for the last 2 years. You have heeded Kenyans' call for help as we encountered multiple shocks, including locust invasions, COVID-19, and a persisting drought. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the fourth estate, there is urgent need for solidarity regardless of next year's rainfall performance. Recovery from a drought of this magnitude will take years, with extremely high humanitarian needs set to persist and even increase in 2023. We have to act now to save lives, and for this, more funds are crucial. We already have several initiatives set in motion. On Monday, I joined the United Nations family in Malimin, Garissa County, for the launch of a flash appeal for $472.6 million to support 4.3 million drought-affected Kenyans in 23 ASAL counties, out of an estimated 6.4 million people projected to require humanitarian assistance across the country. This initiative will assist to bridge the government resource gap as the drought crisis worsens. To complete these ongoing efforts, the National Steering Committee on Drought Response that we are inaugurating today will, among other things, establish a private-led National Drought Mitigation Appeal Fund and mobilize resources to alleviate the impact of drought ravaging parts of this country. The President has established the steering committee to provide a framework for mobilization of additional resources following increased public interest in scaling up of drought response to meet the needs of fellow citizens affected by the drought. This team's effort will therefore be only as good as our willingness to lend a helping hand. Now, more than ever before, we need to rekindle our spirit of Harambee and be our brothers and sisters' keepers. Ladies and gentlemen, members of the fourth estate, the prolonged drought is a clear manifestation of the effects of global warming and climate change. Many people have completely lost their livelihoods and coping capacities and are relying heavily on assistance to meet basic needs. We cannot overemphasize the need for more resilience, building investments in drought-prone areas to enable communities to cope with and bounce back better from drought and other climate shocks. This requires enhanced budgetary support from both levels of government, development partners, and public-private partnerships to unlock the full potential of the ASAL region. We cannot and must not wait for additional rain seasons to fail in order to act. These distinguished men and women appointed to this committee, His Excellency the President has immense faith in your capacity and ability to spearhead resource mobilization process. Millions of Kenyans are looking up to you to deliver the promise that no life will be lost to hunger. On this note, allow me to thank the various religious groups who have been mobilizing food and other in-kind donations towards the famine crisis. But this is not enough as the situation deepens. That is why we as a government are making a special appeal to all Kenyans and various stakeholders who support us in saving the lives and livelihoods of our people. We appeal to Kenyans of goodwill to contribute a percentage of their salaries to pay to a pay bill number that will be established soon by this committee. Already, our men and women in the Kenya Defense Forces have offered to forego 1 day's salary to contribute to the response kit. The National Youth Service has followed suit. We appeal to Kenyans in food surplus counties to make their contributions through the offices of governors and respective county commissioners